At the pinnacle of his gymnastic career, Jotaro Argi, nicknamed Samurai for his signature hairstyle, suffers a shoulder injury following his wife's death. 5 years later, he continues to push the limits of his body as a member of the Japanese gymnastic team. However, Jotaro's training failed to show any progress. His coach, Naruka Amasa, advised that he retires. Together with his exuberant and supportive 9-year-old daughter, Ray, Jericho takes a trip to Ego, Wonderland to break the bitter news to her. However, their excursion ends in an odd encounter with a peculiar self-proclaimed ninja named Leonardo. He follows them home and interrupts Jiro every attempt at telling his daughter. Upon learning that Leonardo hopes to win his gymnastics again, Jotaro astounds Japan with his announcement that he is not retiring. Jotaro dedicates himself to the biggest challenge of his career to prove that the gymnastic world is right where he belongs. This anime premiered October 11, 2020, December 2020, with 11 episodes based on the original series. It is sports. Each episode is a 23-minute episode and is rated PG-13. Let's get started into the review. What I really like about the Samurai Gymnastics is that it's really good quality. It shows like an older gymnastic athlete who has gone through a lot through his life. He's injured his shoulder, he lost his wife, now he's a single father taking care of his girl, and his training hasn't showed the progress that he wanted to be at, and then he has to somehow tell her that he wants to retire, but doesn't get the chance to due to a certain little unusual self-proclaimed ninja who wants to watch him do gymnastics again, and he's contemplating like how he's going to get through this and how he's going to tell his daughter that he's done with gymnastics altogether. But since the intervention of Leonardo, the ninja, he starts thinking about it. As you see here, he's contemplating on what he should do. But in that moment, he realized that he belongs to the gymnastic world, and this is where his place is. So with the help of this unusual encounter, especially with Leonardo, who doesn't want to go home yet, and his rival, he announces to the world in front of everyone, including the news conference, that he is once again returning back to the gymnastic world. And I think what I really like about this is that it shows the struggle ups and downs what an athlete potentially goes through. We've seen the Olympics. We know what all the athletes go through, whether it be with time or age, and like the victories and defeats that they suffer, and the consistent of victories and defeat. And ensuring the willpower and the determination of these athletes, they keep going and push themselves to the limit. And while I feel like there's a number of things going on with this anime, it has a mix of comedy, mix of dramas, and with the pacing and stuff, it works really well. There are some random comedic moments that somehow I feel like doesn't belong in a certain scene, but that's just me. But overall, this anime is very unique, and it's very cute because you see the single father trying really hard to take care of his daughter, make her proud of her, and look how sweet she is with her giant pet bird that somehow does not look like an average bird if you get for a pet girl, but a pet for a little girl. But Dr. tries his best with his training, with his daughter's support and those around him, and with his coach, he's trying to strive and become better. I think he's trying to let his last competition that he's entering for gymnastics be his last hurrah. Then he might retire, but who knows? You gotta watch the anime to find out, because I think just letting the anime tell the story itself is very important, especially when we have a different take on this. Because even though it is a sport anime, but the different twist from like high school or college sports, where it's an older gentleman who's probably in this case in his prime when it comes to competing, and having his daughter help him with stretching because he pulled a cramp. So it's a different take on a different parallel, where normally when you have sport anime involved around high school students, mainly boys or girls, or it's mainly one group or the other, and it doesn't go past the college spectrum into adulthood. And this anime kind of does. I kind of like that different twist on it, because you see the supportness of family unit that the main character has, along with his daughter and this crazy bird that you see in the background. Like look at this bird. Look, how is this a normal pet for a child? Like, look about this. You telling me that this thing was small and it grew up to be that? But besides the bird, besides the crazy bird antics in the background, definitely check out the Gymnastics Samurai if you haven't already. I think it's a nice, touching, heartwarming anime with a good mix of pacing and surprising elements in there that'll keep you on your toes and keep you guessing. But definitely check it out. Let me know what you think and comment down below what anime I want me to review next. But until next time, bye.